Breaking news, Canelo Alvarez gave his reaction to David Benavidez beating Caleb Plant. Here is what Canelo Alvarez had to say. Check it out.
Good. Was a good fight. Like I expect. It's good performance. I think Caleb Plant did a really good fight at the beginning, and then what I expect. No, at the end of the fight, Benavidez won the fight. It's different, style make fight. So it's very different when you fight with a fighter and then other fighter fight a fighter. So you can knock out him and the other not, and it's different.
After the fight, he said he earned the right to fight you. If he hasn't yet, what does he have to do to earn the right to fight you?
Look, I always available to fight anybody, right? But right now, my goal is to fight Bivol in September. If that fight is not happening, then we'll see.
I know as a little boy you watched Morales Barrera. Would you and Benavidez be like Morales Barrera but at 168 pounds?
Yeah, why not?
One thing for sure, there are no more cherry picks like Ryder, Ivini Yildirim, a 40 years old Gennady Golovkin for Canelo Alvarez to fight. Two things for certain. There's a huge probability that Canelo Alvarez will lose his next fight if he fights either Bivol or David Benavidez. Unless, of course, Canelo Alvarez avoids the Bivol rematch for the third time and continues to avoid the David Benavidez fight for the fourth year in order to fight an Edgar Berlanga or somebody like that. A typical Canelo Alvarez cherry. I mean, let's be real. Canelo Alvarez said he already got plans for this year. However, Canelo could have been fought Bivol by now. Canelo could have had the Bivol rematch last year. However, he chose to disactivate his rematch clause in order to fight a little Gennady Golovkin that's 40 years old. Better yet, Canelo could have fought Bivol again instead of Ryder, a fighter that already got knocked out before, who has 5 losses and has been beat by pretty much everybody. I mean, who did Ryder beat to deserve a Canelo Alvarez fight? Absolutely nobody. This is a pure cherry pick. Canelo Alvarez could have had fought Andre, Jamal Charlo, fighters that Canelo Alvarez has been avoiding for 10 years, a full decade. I mean, Canelo broke the duck scale, if you ask me. Instead of fighting Andre, Charlo, Benavidez, Bivol, he chose to fight Ryder. The funny part is, Canelo always talks about payday. You want payday? I know that. So can someone explain why Canelo turned down a $40 million guarantee to fight Andre for undisputed at 160? However, he accepted a pay cut to fight Ryder for $10 million or probably less. I mean, we all know Canelo could have had made up to $100 million by fighting Jamal Charlo or David Benavidez. But he turned all of that money down to fight Ryder for $10 million, a fighter with 5 losses on his record. We all know what time it is. The way Canelo Alvarez moved, there's a higher probability that Canelo will fight Edgar Berlanga next in September instead of Bivol or David Benavidez. But Canelo Alvarez cannot cherry pick like he used to. He can run, but he can't hide, since David Benavidez is not Canelo Alvarez WBC mandatory. So Canelo has to fight the Mexican monster or be stripped of the WBC belt, like he was stripped when he ducked Jamal Charlo at 160, with the facts being laid out. Go ahead and drop your thoughts in the comment section below. Subscribe below. I'm gonna leave you guys with what David Benavidez had to say. Check it out.
David, congratulations, man.
Thank you.
You said before the fight that you would not be satisfied if you did not stop him. Was it at all not satisfying because you didn't get the stoppage?
Yeah, I mean, I'm a little disappointed I didn't get the stoppage, but you guys seen how his face looked. He was really bloody, and I was really imposing my will. I really beat him up really good, and like I said, I'm not really satisfied because I didn't get the knockout. But this is a great way to get a victory. Just dominating performance. It was a great performance. There's a lot of things I can tweak in my game to make sure I get the stoppage next time. But also, I feel like I don't want to throw Kenny Bayless under the bus, but he call Caleb Plant out in any of the clinches he was doing the whole fight. You know, I mean, I think if Kenny Bayless would have said something about the clinches, you know, maybe would have stopped Caleb from trying to clinch, and I would have clipped him. But I was hurting him a lot of times, you know, busted his eye open, hurt him to the body, and you know, I can still get better. But I'm just I am satisfied with this performance. I'm not gonna say I'm not. I am very satisfied.
Last question for you is, your dad said the other day, if he were Eddie Reynoso, you wouldn't put Canelo anywhere near you. You feel the same way that it's going to unfold like that he's not going to fight you, or do you think he eventually will?
I mean, I feel like as Canelo Alvarez, he needs these fights. You know, a big fighter like me. This is definitely a really big fight. You know, as you can see, as me and Caleb Plant was a huge fight. You know, so I think it'd be huge pay-per-view numbers. And I mean, let's just take it back to fighting, man. I mean, I want to prove myself. Canelo's proved himself, but I feel like he needs to give me the opportunity too. And it's not like I'm begging for something. I've been mandatory for the past 2 fights, so it's something I've earned, you know. And especially after this fight, I showed that I belong to be. I deserve to be in there. You know, I wasn't really getting hit as much. You know, I mean, my defense was good. I thought Caleb Plant was faster, so I was really countering, and I was using my head movement and defense good. I know I could get better, but I feel like the only fight that people want to see in super middleweight is me versus Canelo, so let's give it to him.
David, en español, eres tomador de no puedes jugar boxeo aquí a tu derecha. Acá, David, aquí ven. David, antes que nada, creo que la gente piensa que es muy fácil noquear arriba el cuadrilátero. Y yo creo que no hay nada que reclamarte, absolutamente nada de tu actuación. Pero quisiera hacerte 2 preguntas. La primera, ¿no crees que fue sumamente valiente Caleb Plant y mereces un reconocimiento?
Sí, pues es un peleador muy bueno, se estaba moviendo mucho, pero yo creo que la razón que no lo quiere es porque Kenny Bayless no le estaba diciendo nada cuando me estaba agarrando bastante toda la pelea. Yo creo que por eso no lo quiere, pero él es un guerrero también, es un peleador muy bueno, le tengo mucho respeto también.
Well, you know, I didn't knock him out because Kenny Bayless didn't allow me to, really. People think that knocking people out may be easy, but it's not. And I still feel like Plant was a warrior, I really respect him. And, you know, I won rightfully the way that I could, you know.
Y finalmente, David, haciendo un análisis de David Benavidez, ¿te sientes listo ya para que la siguiente pelea sea con Canelo Alvarez? Haciendo un análisis tú mismo de tu actuación, si la siguiente para ti es Canelo.
Sí, pues ahorita yo me siento 100% listo para Canelo. Yo creo que hay muchas cosas que puedo arreglar en el gimnasio y eso es lo que voy a hacer. Me voy a tomar unas vacaciones, 3 semanas de descanso y después vamos a comenzar a trabajar otra vez. Pero yo creo que sí, estamos listos para Canelo en septiembre. Yo creo que él me tiene que dar la chance para pelearlo y estamos listos, los fans están listos, yo estoy listo y hay que darle la pelea.
The question was, do you feel ready for Canelo now that you took care of Plant? David said that he's 100% ready. I'm 100% ready, and I'm going to take a quick vacation for 3 weeks, then it's time to come back to the gym, tweak some things, and then let's give the fans and everybody what they want.
Yeah, we all want that fight. I especially. Can you imagine? More questions for the media.
Canelo, a fantasy fight. I was wondering if you thought those chances had changed. Did they change tonight? What do you think about that? About a Canelo possibility?
Well, I thought that it would never happen. Now I believe it could happen. And the reason is because you have nobody else to fight. You have anyone of the quality of opposition that you deserve. So I believe that he would understand and he would take a chance to fight the Mexican monster.
Hey David, congratulations. Most people watched the fight, had the fight on even terms, or maybe had planned ahead, first half of the fight. Was there a particular instance or a flurry, a punch that you felt the fight being turned in your favor?
Yeah, I don't know if you guys seen it, but I hit him with the body shot. That's all I heard you. That's what changed everything. That was a round 4. And from there, it was just kept hitting him with body shots, kept hitting him with hard shots. I know I'm the harder puncher. That's why I've told you guys I've said it over and over again. Everybody I've been in the ring with, I've hurt everybody since I was 14 years old. And that's something that nobody can take away from me. I know I got that power, you know, and if somebody pushes me to the limit like that, I get even stronger. So, yeah, that was basically when it turned, and I just kept hurting them. I was really surprised because I don't know if it's just the neck workouts we've been doing, or I don't know what it is. I don't feel the power with these guys at all. And I didn't feel the power with Caleb Plant. I thought it was gonna be way faster. I guess I just, you know, I worked on my head movement really good, but I didn't really feel threatened at all. I don't know. It was just a good fight. I was just in it 100%. I was just in it 100%. I'm just happy to be in these type of fights because I really love this. I really love fighting. I love going toe to toe.
Well, David, the night belongs to you, so we'll give you final thoughts as you conclude. Still the WBC interim super middleweight champion of the world, remaining undefeated, main eventing here, a raucous crowd, passionate, people watching all over the world. Your final thoughts as you get ready to enjoy a nice vacation with your lovely family.
I'm just happy, man. I'm happy that I can give these type of fights to the people. I mean, people really enjoy this type of fights. And like I said, I'm willing to put my body on the line to make sure the fans give these type of fights because at the end of the day, I don't care about belts or nothing. I feel like I'm a world champion because the fans make me feel like that. And I'll give I'll put myself on the line for anybody just so you guys can enjoy these type of fights. And thank you so much. I really appreciate it. I'm grateful for everything.
Ladies and gentlemen.